So, previously, y'all fought a fearsome battle against a unique foe, a very unusual looking half, and his partner, it seems, a earth elemental. Alright. Y'all successfully defeated him, with David procuring a new item stolen from the halfling. Y'all decided to let the halfling go. Didn't even ask his name.
Damn.
You completed the journey, arriving at Meestead. And after receiving your reward, you found yourselves once again wandering to a guild. This is where we pick up, where y'all were currently in the guild hall of the Dragon Head Adventurers Guild.
Yes, sir.
What the hell was that?
I think we were in the middle of trying to sign up for this bad boy.
Y'all were approaching the counter after a bit of convincing.
Me still fully in costume. My name is Steve.
Strong name.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Who's at the counter? Anybody at the counter? Hello, counter person.
Yeah, there's actually a pair of
Zephyr would nudge Steve to remind him what they talked about just 5 minutes ago. No signing up with false names.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you, man. I'm strong, brave. Who's at the counter again? Is it?
So there's actually two tiefling women there. It's pretty evident that they're twins. Seeing as they look exactly alike, aside from the horn. Where one has no horns, the other one has two curved horns that sit about 6 inches above her head.
Point to the horn one. Would you steal all of her horns when she was younger?
She's just jealous that I'm a little bit taller.
So, me, my partners, my homies, the group. We're here to sign up for the guild.
Well then.
The moment he started talking, Zephyr put on his mask and looked down. Oh dear God, he's starting again.
So you see the one with the horns. She was currently looking at a very large book and writing things down. As soon as you mentioned joining the guild, she closes the book and picks it up and puts it under the desk. And comes back up top with another book in her hand and opens it up. Excellent to hear. Always glad to have new adventurers join. Is it just you, or was the other guy who's walking away, is he part of your group as well?
Which that? Yeah. He's my man's.
Okay, and so I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Is it just the 4 of you then?
Snorf is here too, excuse you.
Wait, what?
Snorf is here too, he counts.
Yeah.
Quite right. Okay. Well, I'll count them then. 5. And you see her kind of like yoo to you, Eris. You're with them, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't want to assume you did.
He-
You don't seem like you knew where you were going.
Yeah, he's the smart one.
Yes.
Without a doubt. So, I'm assuming you're familiar with our rules, or are you okay? Do you need to ask about them? Let me just ask, what brought you to wanting to sign up for the guild?
I was kind of forced against my will. We wanted to, make a little change, make a name for ourselves. And I myself are extremely familiar with the rules, considering I'm a grand hero and all. But my partners back here may not know the rules, so if you could just, give us a pamphlet or something.
Right. Well, I don't have a pamphlet, so to say, but I can explain them. They're quite simple.
Yeah. Explain it for my friends, not for me, because I know, obviously.
Well, they're very simple. There are quite a few perks to signing up for the guild. Now, it will cost 25 gold per person that you're registering. A group of 5 will put you at a bronze rank just because of your size. Now, it's not particularly high, but it isn't the lowest that you can go either. If you were to just walk up by yourself, I would have put you at wood. Now, that being said, we do have the only banking system in all the civilized world. Anywheres you find a guild hall, you will find your money. We also have teleportation circles, however, they are reserved for those members that are gold and above. Now, to get to the rules, we don't condone needless killing. You will not walk into a city and just kill on behest of our name. That's not going to happen today, here, or tomorrow. You break it, you fix it. You tear down a tavern, this comes out of your money. You are your own insurance. Alright, we do not pay simulacrum or clone. Now, as I see your little friend over there, is neither. I'm gonna need at least some hint that that thing is alive.
But
But we'll
speak
move
up.
on. We'll move on. We do not start wars between countries. We do not align ourselves with any country either, okay? If the countries go to war, you are free to hire yourself out to any warring side that you want. That is your prerogative. However, you will not do so under the banner of this guild or any other. Breaking any of these rules will result in a bounty, to which she waves her hand at the bounty wall. And you can see there are a few people over there just kind of looking. Uh, but it's on the other side of the tavern. Um, and you will be disowned from the guild, and all of your gold in the bank will be surrendered to us. Are there
Mm,
any questions?
wow. Okay. That was intense. But if my partners are cool,
That was just expected.
There is a little more. Guild
oh,
ranks do they are performance based, so it takes 5 completed quests for every increase in rank. Now, you can accept quests at a rank higher than yourself if it is available, but only one tier higher than yourself. Um, if you, however, complete this task successfully and don't die, uh, it'll count as 2 quests. But any failure counts as a loss in equal value. So if you are 3 quests deep into your promotion tier and you fail a quest, well then you are now 2 quests into your promotion tier. Does that make sense to y'all? Inactivity for a prolonged period of time will also just reset you back to 0. You won't decrease in rank, but all the quests you built up to your next rank will just go ahead and be reset. We won't be at that point. We're not sure if you died or what.
wow. This isn't like a multi-marketing scheme, is it? This is actually a guild. I didn't
This,
catch your name.
my name is Josephine. This is my sister Ellen.
Right.
We ourselves used to be part of the Adventurers Guild. We opened up this fine establishment here in Meestead and then helped procure the passage through the border and build this road to make this a thriving metropolis.
And you've done well for yourself. I think we're good.
Well, if that is all, I will simply need your names. If you wish to go by a group name, then a group name, and the 25 gold per person. And if we're going to count that, it will be 25 for them as well.
We don't get a discount on the bat?
The moment she said group name, Zephyr's eyes shot wide open with terror.
Claudia looks nothing but excited.
Batlord, 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 Batlords, Batlords, Batlords.
Yes.
The Bat Lords.
Yes, the Batlord.
Yes, we have bats and we are the lords of the bats.
Yeah, so the earlier clause about destroying things, that just applies directly to us? Or, like, say if we had a giant, humongous bat creature that liked to gnaw, would it apply to them too? Theoretically.
Would they be considered part of your group or under your care?
Yeah, I mean, we feed them, but care? They kind of care.
If your horse,
No, they're free agents, I feel. They just kind of follow us around.
If your horse kicked over a cabbage cart, I would assume you would be paying for all the cabbage that was ruined. And the repaired cart. The same
Fair enough.
for whatever other creatures you procure throughout your travels.
Well, I think we're ready to sign up. Just sign us up as Bat Lords, as a giant group there. We don't have to sign our own individual names. Bat Lords, boom, there and done. We're done.
Bat Lords is fine. However, I will need your individual names. You do understand. It's not just the for here. It is so that I can properly put you in our banking system.
Please, just give us necessary paperwork.
Oh, absolutely. And you see she reaches down under the desk and pulls out a bucket and then grabs scroll after scroll and starts putting it in the bucket. At first you were confused, why is there a bucket? But now you're seeing that you're going to need it to carry all the paperwork.
Oh my.
See, Zephyr, this is why I didn't want to join.
Now,
the paperwork.
I'm going to hand you each one of these pens. This will need to be signed in blood. These are binding contracts.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that sounds alright.
So Irus looks up from counting piles of 4 coins at a time and bites the pen confused. Sign.
I'll need my pen back when you're done.
Blood. Some kind of cursed magical fuddy-duddy stuff?
No
I'm
curse.
assuming.
No curse. It does allow us to know when you've broken the guild rules, as well as it allows us to hold your funds in the bank.
Ah, okay.
Both of which do require blood of the youth.
Gonna take my bucket and slide it off the desk, sort of meander away. Start reading the paperwork.
All right. It's pretty straightforward. It's almost exactly word for word how she read it to you, how she told it to you. There are a few other things in there that she didn't mention, such as guild hiring of the guild costs 20% more than what jobs usually go for without. And this is because 10% of that cost would usually go to the upkeep of the guild, while the other 10% goes to the adventurers as being part of the guild. You also see that as part of one of your perks, you are given access to their job board worldwide. It is updated across the world, regionally. And what was the other thing? Oh, that there are monthly interest gains of about 10%, assuming you're active. As long as you remain active. Once you're no longer considered active, you no longer get the monthly gain.
Investment.
And it does explain to you that staying active requires at least one job per month.
Easy enough.
Seems simple enough.
All right.
Slight cut on the hand, grab pen, and start signing.
Prick my finger, get a little blood, and start signing.
All right.
Seeing that.
Claudia signs as well, but does not sign Snorf up. She looks very concerned.
Bite my hand to cause it to bleed and just like wipe it across a sheet of paper. No concept of where a signature belongs.
Yeah.
Clears blood. Perfect. You're doing it correctly.
This is the way.
All right. Everything seems in order.
So as each of you sign, each document, the scroll rolls up and vanishes.
Oh.
As you sign each one, it just gone. When
That was super cool.
When she notices you're done, Everly, the one without the horn, comes by and says, "I believe I'll take my bucket, thank you. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild."
Claudia sits quietly for a moment. It goes, I think we just joined a cult. It's a good day.
Yeah, but cult members usually wear robes, and I don't see any robes around here.
There's more to a cult than the robes.
I think that's a pretty big part.
Trust him, he knows his road.
No, it's not even close, mate.
Then you'll take off.
At best, we've beaten a small part of it.
I'm still
At
getting
worst,
robes.
Zephyr, make a perception check.
a second.
Was that your phone or was that outside?
Something echoed, so I'm not certain what. 8. Well, this is gonna be perfect session.
8?
I'm never going. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never going to roll above 5 this game.
Why?
All right. Yep. Carry on.
Well.
So yeah, I've signed up for the Adventurers Guild. What would you like to do next?
Go back to the Josephine and Evelyn and like, all right, so on that board over there, who's the biggest baddie on that list? Like, I need somebody mean, evil, that I can take down.
I promise, though I hope you've never heard of him. and you have nowhere near the skill level to take.
I'm deeply offended.
No, you're not.
You shouldn't be. He could single-handedly clear this room, which is why his name remains on here. But feel free to look if you want. It's the highest bounty, after all.
All right. So what do you think, guys? Should we try Big Boss Man? You just go straight to the top?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're free to add your opinions.
If you want to go bounty hunting, we can go bounty hunting. But first, we need to get ready. That means getting some additional spells if we can. Getting better equipment for those that require it. Getting something that can disable them without us having to actually fight them. And rope. Rope, chain, manacles, anything to keep them restrained. Well, I would rather not kill.
Fair enough.
Alright. So, does that mean we're going shopping?
I guess.
I need to find a library or some form of magical academy. Most of stuff I need can probably found in one of those places. Zephyr that would tap his spell book. As for equipment, that I'm leaving to you. Well, for now. I have a few things I may want to look up, but I also have a few things I need to look for.
Okay. Y'all do not currently have a map. So, y'all came in at the bottom right-hand side where it says market. And after making your way into the inner city, you found yourself at the Hydra's village, which is where you managed to find the Dragonhead Adventurers Guild.
Hydra's village. Ah, I gotcha. The Craftsman's Ward is apparently not too far away, and I bet they have craftsmen's there.
One would hope.
I would give you that idea.
It's on the map.
And well, nobody ever said he doesn't have a functional brain. Even though many would say that he's a bit immature from time to time.
We could probably go there and find your Spillamabuco things that you're looking for all your wizardly bullshit.
Wizardly bullshit.
And while we're there, I can pick up like some smoke bombs, maybe some fire water, something else that explodes.
So yes, you make your way into the Craftsman Ward. It's not exactly an area filled with shops. It's more of an area filled with workbenches and sheds and garages. Granted, remember you are in an Elven city and everything is still beautifully crafted, including the walls. But this area is clearly where craftsmen work and not a place typically visited by the public. There's no signages or welcoming signs. There's no signs or signages that welcoming customers. The few people you do see appear to be deeply embedded in what they're doing and not so much trying to invite people into conversate or sell wares.
Feeling uneasy here. There's only one way to break awkwardness. Walk up to the nearest person and just start talking to him, man.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a D6.
A D6? Okay. Bloop.
That is a 4. Okay. So the person that you walk up to appears to be some kind of clock worker. You're not really sure what they're doing. They have these big glasses on that just kind of magnify. They shrink down as they get further out. And close by his hands, he's working with very tiny, meticulous tools, trying to fit a gear into place. You're not really sure what, but it's small and handheld. As you start talking.
Just lean real close to what he's working on. But man, that's real cool. What is it?
You see he jumps and the spring flies one way, the cog the other way. And he's just startled and like takes his glasses off. What the fuck is wrong with you, mate? You don't just sneak up on somebody working like that.
Sort of look up and down the street. We're standing in the middle of the street. I didn't sneak, sir.
You're not in the middle of the street. You're in.
Ah.
It's like an open garage area.
Oh.
He is the closest person that was standing to you. It's like an open garage area. Oh,
Sir, I calmly walked up to you.
I didn't hear a damn thing you coming up. I was busy focusing. Go grab that goddamn cog over there. It's springs. The loss. I'm not even gonna worry about the spring.
All right, okay. I'm your helper now. Grab to go get the cog.
As you turn to find the cog, make a perception check.
Yee. All right.
You have no fucking idea where it went. You don't see it for shit. To be fair, that was going to be a high DC.
Really? Can I try and help him find it?
Yeah. Y'all go ahead and you can either roll investigation with advantage, or y'all can individually roll investigation.
Yeah, roll individual. Mine does 2 anyways, and I still haven't figured out why.
Yeah. I always use the one that's on the left. So in this case,
There's
13. Okay.
Yes.
And are you rolling, Claudia?
We'll just take
It
it
wouldn't
as
do anything for me to roll an
Right.
investigation.
That's fine. So yeah, a 13. You can
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah.
So David, you're close to the street, just kind of looking around the sidewalk, the curb area, and you're like, I could have swore I heard it clink over here. And Claudia's just sitting here, holding it in her hand, like, I wonder what this is for.
just gonna snatch that up and go back to the guy. Here you go.
Having picked it up immediately when it hit the ground.
Like, oh, this looks important.
So we're kind of new to this city. I'm looking for, cool stuff. My buddy over here with the weird mouth is looking for books. Books, right? You're looking for books?
Bookstore.
Like how you got close to the mic. Go ahead.
And then I got Claudia. I'm sure she's looking for like body parts or something.
Body.
Parts and books.
There we go. And then Donatello, I'm really not for sure what he wants.
I'm sorry, mate. Do I look like a fucking tour guide to you?
I figured you were a shop or something.
Yes, I do make and sell things, but all my wares, they're, if you want to buy my wares, they're all the way down at the marketplace. Close to the south end. You can't miss the shop. It's got a giant fucking deer for a door.
My bad. My bad. While we're here, though, you got any work for us, man?
For you? No.
We're heroes. The
Oh,
Adventurers Guild.
Fucking wonderful. I was just in need of a goddamn demon slain. No, I don't have any fucking work for you. I'm working myself, or at least I was. I was trying to. Now I've got to find a fucking spring.
Well, if you do need us, you know where to find us. We're just going to roll out of here and head down to the market.
If you don't mind. Tell them I sent you. I give you a 5%.
I didn't catch your name.
Sorry about my friend. He's a bit unique.
The name's Eric. And I can see.
Hello?
Hello?
You heard me?
Yeah, you just suddenly went completely silent.
Oh, my bad. Maybe I'm too far from this mic. The name is Eric, and I can see your friend's a little unique. I would appreciate it if we kept his uniqueness away from the people that are trying to do their jobs.
To the market, then.
If you are
We will try to
looking
keep
for
him.
specialty things, books or whatever, are you looking to buy books or read books? I guess there's really no difference.
Zephyr?
That would depend. It would be preferred to get my hands on some of them, but simply getting a chance to read and copy content of some would be sufficient for me.
Understood. The best I can tell you is to go to the marketplace and look there. If you go to the south, you'll find my shop. But for what you're looking for, I wouldn't recommend going south. There's another marketplace in the far north. It's much better for all of your books and whatnot. You have to go past the village, the wood village, exit out the gate up there, and head straight north. You'll find it. Now,
Eh,
I feel like it shouldn't be. You need to be said, but information is not free, even to adventurers. Do you know what I mean? And you see him kind of shaking his hand out, like, "Give me a damn coin."
Oh. All of a sudden, this turned into a shop. Okay. Toss him 2 coppers.
Zephyr is just shaking his head. You are more special than. Mate, I love you, but you need to. You need to learn how to think a bit more.
I'm constantly thinking. What do you mean? To the north.
Ladies and gentlemen, a
Before I leave,
hero
she's also
wannabe.
going. Before I leave, she's also going to ask if there wouldn't by any chance happen to be a butcher shop or a cemetery nearby, would there?
Uh, why would anyone go to cemetery? You're perfectly living folks, but if you must bury something, I would. Oh shit! Sorry, I left my web camera down.
You disappeared into the cosmos.
Into the void.
Would it work?
Hey, look at that! I'm here again. Anyways, I will just cut that out before we go to YouTube. I would look just outside the gate, past the servants' bureau.
Oh, I don't want to bury things. I want to unbury them.
Can't just be saying that out loud.
What? Why not? Okay. He's a craftsman. He'd understand.
We're gonna.
Made it.
It's about time. We need to leave. We need to get out of here. We gotta go.
You see him just kind of make a face at you, and then turn back toward his workbench.
I'm gonna stroll out.
As we step out, Zephyr would turn towards the two. You two need to learn.
I'm not the one who talked about digging up dead bodies.
He's pointing at the. What's her name?
Yeah.
Claudia. He's pointing at the Claudia. You need to learn not to talk about your specialization or hobbies, or whatever. And then he turns toward David. You need to learn how to think before you act or talk. I love you like a brother, but I swear.
People have tried to get me to shut up for years, Zephyr. I'm just warning you now. It's not a task you want to take on.
I know, unfortunately.
Claudia looks offended and mortified. She goes, but I love talking about my work.
Unfortunately, most people don't like talking about that type of work. I mean, if you want, we can talk about it. I have some knowledge about such arts, but that can wait for a moment where no one is in an imminent proximity.
Oh, very well. Sounds like a them problem, though.
It very much is. Thank you. Okay, so who has the map?
Got the map. The map. The map. The map. The map.
You didn't bring the map, did you?
I've got the map. We're heading north because he said all the books and stuff that you so much love is in the north. Going to the North Market.
That's way.
Yeah, see? Even Eris knows where the north is.
Okay, so in that case, lead the way.
I'm gonna lead this group like I'm some kind of leading a marching band or something like that.
All right.
Straight north.
Go. Well, go ahead and roll survival.
Roll. Survive.
The ability to navigate is without a doubt a survival check. 19.
Sheesh.
So while you do know exactly which direction is north, you also recall that those weren't the directions. Now you keep it to yourself, but you do lead them in the right direction.
Hey.
And you make it to the Wood Village district, where you exit the city using its northern gate and head toward the market. Or exit the inner district and head toward that market. As you make it there, this particular market isn't as busy as the one you arrived in first when you entered in through the south district, the southern market. But its taste seemed to be more refined. There are a bookstore, not so much a library, but there's a bookstore. The shops there seem to be more specialized as opposed to broad. What store exactly are y'all looking for? What are y'all looking to buy?
Zephyr is interested in any store that contains books pertaining to magic.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep. Okay. So there is one building that looks like it is absolutely made out of books. You can try there first.
Okay, this looks promising. Not sure how it's staying in one piece. Well, Zephyr's heading inside.
It's literally made of books.
It appears to be.
Wow. I'm gonna follow him in, oohing and awing the whole time behind him.
So as you walk in, you see the sign on the door says the Magic Tome.
Yep.
Despite its small, cramped looking appearance from the outside, when you walk in, it is a little bit bigger. Not vastly bigger, but a little bit bigger. It just simply looks as though it would be stuffy in this room.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. The walls are lined with shelves overflowing with dusty books and ancient looking scrolls, as well as some crystals that just kind of float and glow. You'd notice there are no open flames producing light, that all the light in the building appears to come from these floating crystals that just kind of circle around the room above that level.
One spark and this entire place is gone in flames.
As you walk in, you do notice the sound of a tiny doorbell. Just
Okay, who entered?
You did. That was you noticed the sound when you entered. This did alert the shop clerk who is sitting close to the door. A very scrawny older gentleman is currently sitting there. Ah. Hello. Come
Hello.
in. As he kind of waves you in without really looking up from the book he's reading. The name is Elven, sir. Feel free to look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Where do you keep basic books on magic?
He waves
And
his
if you
hand
have,
at gesturing at the entire shop.
okay, maybe I should be more precise. I'm interested in those that contain spells of first circle, as my master would put it.
The beginning wizard, I see. And you see he kind of waves his hand around. In a gesture like he's carving a room. As he carves it, several books and scrolls fly off the shelf and come front and center.
Okay.
Now the question is, what is your budget?
Zephyr will take a look at his pouch. I'd say about 50 platinum.
You see he draws one more room and one scroll flies away. Well, not a scroll, a tome flies away. Just removing unnecessary items.
I see. Zephyr is standing there with a pile of books and old scrolls. Do you maybe have a desk I can borrow?
Cert. And he draws one more room, and you see all the scrolls and books that he had lined up that were floating in the air. They just kind of march their way to the back of the room and stack on a nice desk. You're not really sure if it was there a moment ago, but it's there now. And currently all of the books and scrolls are stacking on top.
Thank you. How much do I owe for the books and the room?
Are you planning to buy all of them?
Well, not necessarily all of them, but I would probably need to read up on as much as I can, won't I? Unfortunately.
You may come to find you're unable to copy in this building. You're also unable to move. I have enchanted this doorway, and he gestures toward it
Oh no,
to cause you to forget. Did you
no,
not make a purchase?
you misunderstand. I need both knowledge and spells. Especially if you have any books on Dunemancy. Yes,
You see, he thinks for a second.
Zephyr would pick up a book, throw it in the air, and suddenly book will disappear and reappear in Zephyr's hand. And one of the abilities that's accessible to Juno, and the man would literally just have a sense of deja vu, as if he's not certain if the book was actually thrown. One of the perks of Dune Mancy's ability to, at least in a localized area, manipulate events
I see.
through time.
You see him stroking his face as if he had a long beard, but he doesn't. He's actually very clean shaven. Uh, but he still strokes his face and well past his chin, as if he's stroking a beard he doesn't have.
He probably had it and now he has just habits.
You see, he draws one more room, and nothing happens. It would appear I don't have that book in stock.
I see. That's perfectly fine. I didn't really expect to find anything. Thank you, but still, there is quite a bit here for me to look over and purchase.
Each one of those scrolls is worth at least 50 gold. A tome worth 100.
Okay, yeah. Which scrolls did he give? Actually, offer?
So you go and sit down to read them. So between the scrolls and the tomes, there's 15 in total. Alright, and I just kind of rolled randomly to get these. But in scroll form, you see alarm, burning hand, color spray, detect magic, detect poison and disease. You also see things like feather fall. You see cure wounds and disguise self. Those are the 8 scrolls. The tomes, some thicker than others, include charm person, chromatic orb, comprehend language, earth tremor, fairy fire, and find familiar. Oh,
Find familiar.
There's one more I missed, and that's false light. That was a scroll. Oh.
Huh.
Well, while he's reading that, you got any tomes about, full of sweet jam music?
Such wonderful music. And you see him move his hands like he's conducting an orchestra. And suddenly a handful of books and scrolls come off the shelf and present themselves.
They just floating there in front of me?
Yeah. Similar
All
to
right.
how the ones for
How many?
let's say 5.
All right, cool. I'm just going to eeny, meeny, miny, moe that. Get the one that I land on. How much is this one?
You didn't ask for a specific spell level.
A specific? Wait.
Yeah, you didn't ask for a specific spell level when you asked if he had any sweet jam.
Oh.
So he gives you he summoned 5 books. Roll a d6 on a 1 reroll.
D6?
Yep. What did you roll?
A 2.
two. So the one you grabbed is Vicious Mockery.
Unfortunately, I already know about this one.
Continue
Sorry.
to look, if you please. And you see he snaps, and Vicious Mockery flies out of your hand and back to its shell.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo again.
Alright. On a 2 and a 1, reroll.
Reroll a d6.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Or, well, I suppose you could have knocked it down to D4. Whatever.
Oh, d4. Yeah, d4. Boop. There we go. Boop.
What you got?
A 2.
A 2? Okay.
It's still a 2. It's always a 2.
Well, it's fine, because the order's different now. So, you reach back up and you grab another tome. And it says on the cover, Dissonant Whispers.
Cool. How much for this?
The tomes are 100. Gold. Is
Go.
that out
Not-
of the budget?
Oh, no. I just, I don't know how to work money. Will a platinum cover it?
It's gonna be actually more than one platinum.
Okay.
Yeah, 10.
So
One
tip.
platinum equals 10 gold.
Oh, okay. So 5 platinum.
It's actually 15. Platinum.
Do we need to go through math again?
Okay.
Okay.
You tell him 5 below, he adds 5 to it.
Okay. 8, my final offer.
You drive a hard bargain. Let's see. Roll a persuasion check.
Sir, gladly.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Straight rolling. Shit. He rolled a 16. I'll tell you what. For just 10 black.
Fine. Hand him the 10 platinum. Well, take my book. I'm leaving this store.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. And he waves his hand, and all the rest of them go back on the shelf.
The tomes are theoretical, not theory or practical spells.
All spells are practical use. Recorded by either myself or someone else.
I asked out of character, not.
Oh, my bad. Well, they're all practical.
All practical. Okay.
Yeah.
Zephyr would grab books, a few, at least theoretical books on. One on transmutation and one on enchantment, School of Magic, and he would also grab scrolls for Feather Fallen and Find Familiar.
Okay. So, Featherfall is a scroll, which would be 50 gold. And then Find Familiar would be 100. Because it's a tome. Whereas the books for the actual schools of magic, are you looking for basic, intermediate, or expert understanding?
Intermediate.
Okay.
He has at least some basic knowledge on those already.
Okay. So the intermediate would run you for each school would run you 10 each, so 30 gold.
How much did you say?
10 gold per school, and you was looking for 3 different schools of magic.
Okay, so that's 10, 15, 21 platinum.
We're broke.
18 platinum, actually. No, wait.
18 platinum.
No, not 18. Yeah. 180 gold, damn it. Divided by
That's-
10. 18 platinum.
Okay. Zephyr would pull out the appropriate amount of money, put it on the table.
I taught mathematics where I went to school, not mathematics.
So I might come here again if I think of something.
Pleasure. Always welcome. You are always welcome.
Thank you, Master.
Did you need anything?
Elder,
To
actually.
Claudia.
Do you have any books on And she kind of like looks at Zephyr like she's afraid of getting chewed out for it again, like anatomy or necromancy. Keeps I'm like, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. He sells books.
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a slight grin. I think I know what you need. And he draws a symbol. And then one book comes floating out slowly from the back and hovers in front of you. Let's see.
She immediately looks far more excited than anybody ever should about a book. And picks it up.
Okay. Let me see what you spell. My rule table's gonna give me. I'm not sure if you have this, but the book is Animate It. It is a thick book.
Your entire stock.
What's that?
Take your entire stock. How much?
It'll be 150 gold for that.
No idea what you've cursed us with.
Just hands it over immediately.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. As you all leave, Zephyr, you notice that you kind of skimmed through some of those books, but the ones you didn't purchase, you're not even sure what books they were. Did you read a book? You know you read the 2 that you bought. Oh. Surely there were more books than just those 2. No telling.
Right. We just went bookshop.
Yep.
Looks at Eris. You do know what a book is, right?
Eris grabs a book that's hanging on the back of his shelf. I had a friend a long time ago that read this one. Let's say a book of short stories, fables.
Stories, fables, heroes of the past, you say?
Oh dear God.
Me and you, we're gonna be good friends.
A first edition, one might say. Alright. Is there any other shopping you were planning to do? It's now about 3 o'clock, 3:30ish.
Well, we might as well visit some equipment stores. Maybe if there is something that sells magical equipment, but I'm not holding my breath.
Potions. I need an alchemist. Something. I need boom. Something explodes. I need smoke bomb.
Well, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yay. Holy.
What did you roll?
A 20.
Nice.
And another 20.
All right. That's you used up all your luck, but all right. So yeah, you do see a large potion shop. It's not shaped any particular way. It looks like just any old building, like every other building. But the glass is stained glass in the front, and it does appear to shift. It looks as though it's a cauldron, and it has smoke bubbling over the top.
Let's do it. Let's get in there.
The sign above the door says Potion Emporium.
I'm gonna stroll up in that thing.
Alright. You walk in, and again, there's a little as an elven man sitting at a giant pot in the middle of the room, currently throwing ingredients in and stirring. Welcome. Come join. What is it you're looking for? Look upon the walls. You may already see it's made. And you see there are shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of glass bottles just sitting there, all neatly tagged in a row, surrounding this giant pot in the middle. The smell of mushroom and something sweet. It hits your nose, but you're not really sure what it is.
Waffle. Good day, good sir. I'm looking for potion. Just any potions I need. Smoke.
I would say you found the right place. I don't
I would
call this the
hope
Potion Emporium for no reason. But if you're needing ingredients, I do have those as well. And he's kind of waves a hand toward the back of the shop, where you see what looks like bookshelves, just full of dried ingredients. But if you
look back at
something already made by me personally, they're here on the shelf.
look back at my party. Do you guys know how to, do the Witcher's Cauldron? Anybody?
You mean craft potions?
Craft. Yes, craft. Try to save us a little money here.
Zephyr is looking around a bit uncomfortable. I might have some experience.
What would you need for fire? I need some fire bombs, smoke bombs, sneezing powder. Let me
Okay. Do you want them alchemical or just a bit more made out of a bit more mundane ingredients? Because for a firebomb, I just need a rag, some oil or high proof alcohol, and a And a bottle.
Well, for everything you're talking about for 15 gold, I give you at least 2 uses.
If you're talking about smoke bombs, I would need some sulfur, magnesium, and Zephyr would mention a few more ingredients. And if you're talking about, what did you say, powder?
Sneezing powder.
Sneezing powder.
Oh yeah.
For that we just need to go to the market and buy some supplies.
Ooh,
You know, but I would recommend you buying here. We have. It's best to buy from actual professionals.
I agree. Considering I'm professional, all of those ingredients plus and point towards Eris, an enlarging potion or something for my turtle.
Let's see. An enlarged.
Yeah, see, Doc, I'm trying to create havoc. Get some motion, cause a commotion.
Now, you need one already made, not the ingredient, correct?
Correct.
Oh, well, that's going to run you about 200 gold for the enlargement.
Fair enough. So that's so 12 platinum, right?
Yep. No.
I'm gonna end up buying books for Matt, won't I? Again.
Now, is that just for the enlarging potion? Is that for all the ingredients for smoke bombs, fire bombs,
Oh,
and the sneezing powder?
You are looking for all that.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to rack up right now. You know what I mean, Chief?
Let's see. For one additional platinum, I'll give you 3 uses of the stuff. And you see, he's just sitting there this whole time. He's stirring a cauldron, and there's just smoke pouring out of this thing. It's currently bluish in color, but he looks back and he's like, "Do me a solid. Run back there. There's a little vial that has a feather in it. It's a green. It's on the second shelf from the bottom, about halfway down. Can you go grab it?"
No problem, man. Yeah.
You run down there. It's exactly where he told you it was. I assume you grab it and bring it back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as you bring it back, you catch a glimpse of the tag, and it says "Baby Griffin." And it is a small vial. He grabs it from your hand, takes out the feather, throws it in, and says, "You may want to step back," as the feather lightly falls into the potion. He ducks below the cauldron.
Oh, duck, immediately, duck.
It makes a giant boom, and a puff of smoke falls into the air as the smoke goes from blue to green and then disappears. Great stuff. It's great stuff.
Right.
That's terrifying. So, what'd you say? 18 copper for everything?
Surely you just.
Hello?
What we're rolling here? Oh, okay. What's the Arcana check?
I was rolling for something for myself.
Oh, okay. So, the shopkeeper looks at you and says, "The price is fine. Clearly, I put in a lot of hard work here."
Clearly. So that's 20 platinum for the enlarge, correct?
That's correct.
And then for all the ingredients for 3 uses of a smoke bomb, fire bomb, and sneezing pad.
Just an additional platinum.
You got yourself a deal. Grab his head, shake it vigorously.
He returns with the exact same amount of enthusiasm. Excellent, my friend, excellent. So he runs right past you and past Zephyr and grabs a pretty large vial that Eris was standing in front of. He kind of had to reach around there to get it. Excuse me, my already large friend. And he grabs it, and the vial isn't shaped like a normal vial would be. It is in a hexagonal casing, but he hands it to you and says, "Enlarge potion. Just throw it at whomever you need. This does not need to be drank. Effects may vary as far as duration. It'll definitely enlarge, but how long it enlarges really just depends on how much of the potion gets on them once you throw this vial at them. You do need to take the vial out of the case before you throw it." And then he turns and goes to the complete opposite end of the shop, back toward the back, and you see he's just climbing up shelves, grabbing a handful of stuff, ducking down below the shelves, grabbing another handful of this, a handful of that, and just kind of shoving it. It almost looks like he's carelessly shoving it into a box. But as he returns, you notice everything is not just carelessly thrown in there, but nice and neatly packed. And squared away in the box. And he hands you the entire box. It's got a little help to it. Was there anything else I could do?
I'm good. You guys?
I don't suppose you have. Sorry, don't suppose you have potion of what it's called. I once read in one book that there is a potion that allows person to breathe fire. I'm sending you a link to the item I'm asking about.
Alright.
I don't believe it's something that actually.
I know why it took me so long. I figured that out. Why it took so well. I figured out why it took so long for me to respond to everybody who private messaged me. Everybody has been silent since I got hacked. So whoops. Didn't realize that. Okay, it's out of the DMG.
It should be.
Yeah. So he listening to what you're talking about. He looks around and he looks at all the potions on his wall. He's kind of scratching his head and he's like, "I don't think I have one already." He said, I do have quite a variety of other things if you want to look, but I'm missing a key ingredient. You had either the scale of a red dragon or the tail feather of a phoenix. I could make this potion, but I need one of those two ingredients. And currently I don't have any. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a phoenix ever.
I'm. I don't think did. I don't think I actually heard of anyone actually seeing those.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a good business opportunity for you. If you bring me back enough scales to make more than the one potion, I'll give you one for free.
That sounds like a job mission.
I wouldn't take that job, mate. If we encounter a chance to acquire them, then sure, we will get and bring a few over. If not, we cannot promise anything.
Absolutely, no one's telling you to go pick a fight with a dragon. Without other goals, of course. But if you find the
Problem
proper.
is that this guy here would start looking for one.
Oh, well, that's no problem. I can tell you exactly where one lives. If you go
Yes.
just south
No.
of here, there's one, but it's on an island called the Dreary Island, just southeast of here. However, he hasn't been seen in quite some time. But I'm sure even if he died and passed away there, then his scales would still remain. I don't believe there are too many voyages that go that east.
Deal. I love it.
Of course,
While we're going to the dreary island, we can find ourselves a little mission for the guild, do our little part.
there's always rumor that there's one in the Wandwood. I can tell you now, I've been through those woods about a dozen times, and I've never once heard a dragon.
Do they make a dragon call? You know, maybe some.
Oh my god. Like the female rat sounds again.
Why would anyone ever want to call a dragon? Even when looking for a dragon, I don't want them to know where I'm. Of course, I don't ever go looking for the dragon. I stick to picking the herbs and, the wand bark, the bark from the trees. Everybody has their lane. I choose to stay in it.
We'll keep your little quest in mind.
You said you're part of the guild, right? If you look on their job board, there's a couple. I don't exactly know what rank you are.
Bronze. We're bronze.
Okay. Well, bronze adventures. It would behoove you to look at the job board if you're going to go around trying to pick up a job. Most of us post there already. I've posted a few looking for other rare items I don't believe I'll ever get, but if they come through, I'm more than willing to pay for them.
Bet.
Just the other day, the person kind of rambling about the jobs put on there. Put a job out there for a displacer tooth. I put out a job for the mucus of an ankle, and he's just going on and on. He's again stirring the pot, but you're not really sure why he's stirring it.
About time we're back out of here. He's rambling.
Yeah, I suppose it might be a good idea for us to depart. Thank you for your time.
Oh, leaving already? Well, I suppose as great adventurers as yourself, you must have other things to do. So, have a good day. Feel free to, find that beholder. I need an eyeball.
Bye. As soon as I get out the shop, I turn to Eris. I hand them the enlarging potion. I go, look here, buddy. Look here.
Thank you.
When the time is right, take this out, smash it on yourself, okay?
Okay.
You'll know when. Trust me.
By the guidance of Madogta.
Yeah,
It seems like a
Asuka.
good plan. It's a good idea.
The guidance of your doctor?
I said Madukta.
I know.
Iris is.
It's just the way it sounded. Take a
I just
breath.
heard it. I just heard it.
Back to Zephyr. Man, can you imagine a giant turtle running around? Holy shit.
I don't need to imagine. We're going to end up seeing it sooner or later, won't we?
Ooh, I can't.
So, I would just have to. I will just have to find the shop for magic items, and we should be good.
So, specifically, what kind of magic items are you looking for?
As a personal preference, I kind of do like uh, magical tattoos. There are a few quite good ones. And well, aside of that, I cannot really think of much of anything Zephyr may need.
What about Claudia Eris? Are y'all looking for anything in particular?
I'm honestly going to have to spend more time thinking about it. I've been looking at lists the entire time we've been on this little shopping spree, but I don't know exactly what works well for the druid cleric mix.
Okay. Fair enough. Claudia?
Go some more specifics, but just in general, embalming fluid. She's working with perishables.
Okay. Embalming fluid you would be able to find at just a regular stall. It's not going to be a particular building, and it wouldn't be known as embalming fluid.
It's called Everwater in D&D, and it smells like pickles.
Yeah,
Like, very strongly like pickles.
yeah. So you'd be able to find that with
Hey,
no issue at one of the stalls. But yeah.
we will do that then.
To a stall.
Words.
It's gonna cost about. It'll run you about 3 silver for a quart. Now, if you need more than that, just kind of scale up from there.
Right there.
you're pretty close to the area where dead people go to be prepped for burial.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Unique history for me. But so about the time y'all all finish shopping, Eris, if you think of something later, like throughout the week or something, just let me know.
All right.
But yeah, as you finish shopping, it's currently about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. The sun is starting to. It's not starting. The sun is well into its setting phase. What would y'all like to do?
Oh, I have to transcript few few spells into a spell book.
And make potions. Potion.
And make potions. Right?
Indeed.
And I. Well, I need to get some training in. So. That would essentially be my evening.
In the morning, we could pick up something from the jobs board.
Oh, I would definitely recommend that. Also, I may need sorry. I may need another character sheet for a familiar.
Okay. Easy enough to do. But
A place to sleep. At least
now
bunker down.
a place to sleep. What area would you like to try and find a place to sleep in?
Where's the nearest inn?
The nearest inn's going to be sort of pricey, I believe. I think we're in the swankier part of town.
Eh, You're not actually in the swankier part of town. So the outer district is without a doubt the poor part of the city, whereas the inner district is where your master craftsmen and your nobility, as well as the academy for that city is located. Uh, Several churches are in the interior, whereas the exterior has more shrines rather than churches. Uh, Now you did pass several inns today and taverns. The most recent one you passed is going to be called the Tavern of the Eternal Round. Unlike most of the buildings that you've seen in this city that all kind of look very neat and ornate, and uh, even when made out of crystal, stone, they just look much more polished, right? The Tavern of the Eternal Round looked fierce, almost. It looked intimidating in its presence when you passed it. It stuck out unlike all the other buildings. And it's not that it was larger or that it was shabbily built. It's just something about the way it was built gives off a presence. So there's that if you want to do
Heck yeah.
that. Alright.
Stroll up in that thing.
It takes you, you're a little walk away from it because there's not taverns right next door to the marketplace. But as you get there, you once again you just notice that intimidating presence, and it's almost as if it was built in a way that shows I'm better than the rest of you. As you walk in, you notice for probably the first time since you entered the kingdom, a dwarven taverner with a long beard, currently just grabbing drinks off of a wall and tossing them down the bar to other patrons who were all singing a song. And the song goes, 99 bottles of stout on the wall, 99 bottles of stout. Take one down, pass it around, 99 bottles of stout on the wall. And they keep going. As you notice, every time the dwarf pulls a stout of beer off the wall, and throws it down the bar to a patron, it just magically appears again, always containing 99 bottles of stout. There's times where he grabs 2 or 3 at a time, and as he pulls them off the wall, they just pop immediately back into place. New ones pop in to replace them.
Lively magic.
And the patrons are just singing. Not all of the patrons are singing. Some are just sitting there drinking their drinks or eating their food, minding their business. But there's always, at any given time, at least one patron singing.
Pretty dope place we got here. Is there an empty table? Find the empty table.
There is an empty table currently off to the right side of the building, not up against the wall where the booths would be, but just off to the right, center floor. There's a few people in there sitting. You see a couple of elves with bows drawn across their back. A couple of priest-looking people all sitting at a table. You even see one elven male who just doesn't even have a shirt on, sitting there, and the dude is ripped. Sitting there with his back against the wall at a table with nobody sitting across from him, looking for him.
When I get to the empty table, I'm gonna sit down, prop my feet up on the table, holler at the bartender. Hey, yo, fix me something creamy, lots of bread.
Creamy, you want today? And you see a bunch of people laugh. You see, he grabs a hammer and hits the wall a couple times. He wants his bread, and he wants it creamy.
Yes.
I swear, one of these days you're gonna get in so much trouble.
D&D after.
Break out my new loot, and sort of strumming along to 99 bottles. Wait.
As you start to play, 2 or 3 people who weren't singing already, including the elf without a shirt on, sitting in the corner by himself. They all just start kind of joining in. 99 bottles of stout on the wall, 99 bottles of stout.
Oh, gosh.
After a few minutes, your food does come. Is anybody else doing anything?
I believe I'll just sit down and eat some mushrooms.
Okay.
I still have a supply.
Claudia?
Sit. Order something to eat and drink. Oh, 1 second. Dog has decided to cause trouble. And by that I mean bite me. She's gonna order probably some of the stout.
Alright. So, yeah. After a few minutes, and briefly after ordering a stout, you immediately get tossed one. But after a few minutes, a young elven girl, not elven, a young dwarvish girl walks out to y'all. Your creamy bread. And she places it on the table. It's really Alfredo.
Love
I'm
Alfredo.
hoping that's what you want. It's covered.
Peanut bread.
It's a large bun with Alfredo poured pretty much in the center of the bun where it was cut open. I'm hoping this is kind of what you wanted. Did you want any meat to go with that? Or was the bread all you wanted?
Immediately stop playing. Sit up in my chair. Gasp at the Alfredo. A round of drinks for the whole bar. On me. Start slamming the Alfredo.
Alright. She laughs and what is almost a too deep of a voice for the petite looking frame and face of the elven, the dwarvish girl. All right, I'll tell him on the house, on the man with the lute, and everybody cheers as the dwarf behind the bar is just slinging stout from the wall with pinpoint accuracy. Clearly a master in his craft. Yeah. Anything else y'all are doing?
Not really. Get something to eat and after that.
Okay. The Alfredo bread, by the way, is warm and spicy in flavor.
Between bites, I'm like, man, it's almost as good as Valona used to make.
You have Alfredo bread often?
Yeah, when I was younger. I don't get it too often. Not many people make Alfredo.
Fair enough.
As the night goes on, the shirtless elf has found him a challenger in one of the female rangers, lost for words there. One of the female rangers. It's a pretty interesting battle for a little while. Where one would have thought the guy would have been able to take her quite easily with her petite frame. She holds him steady for a good solid 2 minutes. And while it may look like she's gonna succumb, she slams his wrist to the backside, sweeping away a few coins was sitting on the table. The mere gentleman.
I'm like over there, like rooting him on. Like, yeah.
She tips her hat to you as she goes, turns to leave, and leaves the tavern. Her and the other two Elven Rangers that were with her. Was there anything else y'all plan to do for the day, or?
Well, one thing, the big buff dude.
Uh-huh.
Had he been? Does it look like he's been drinking a lot?
Yeah. In fact, since the moment you've walked in, he's
Hell yeah.
had in the past. You've probably been there over an hour now. He's had about 15 stouts.
Wave him over the table.
You're waving him over toward you.
Yes.
He stands up, tall, 6'5" easily. Walks over to you. Are you looking at a challenge?
No. Physical strength, no. You've obviously got me beat. But maybe a game of luck? You ever played Liar's Dice?
Liar's Dice. No, can't say I have. Why don't you explain?
So basically, you get a couple of dice, I get a couple of dice, we get an empty cup, we shake the dice around, you get to look at your dice, I get to look at my dice, and then you tell me your dice. Now you can lie. If I call you out on if you lie successfully, you win. But if I call you out on that lie, I win. And then I do the same.
I see. It's similar to a game of odds or even.
Right. And lucky for you, I have 2 pair of dice on me.
Oh, yes.
I'm assuming there's like 2 empty cups on the table at least.
At least. In fact, he's currently got one in his hand, a cup in his hand, though it's not empty. He swigs it all back, about half full, knocks it back, slams it on the table, and reaches in his back pocket and pulls out a pair of dice. Lucky for you, I have my own as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if your dice are rigged.
I'll tell you. How about I'll use your dice if you use mine? That way
Deal.
everybody's fair.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the dice of minor magic.
Oh, this is only going to go well.
Gently slide him my dice. Take his.
Alright, he kind of tosses them to you and grabs yours.
Immediately take mine, put it in the cup, and shake it. Your turn.
Alright, I agree. So he shakes it and puts it down. Let me roll the 2 dice to see if he gets one that's going to cause what effects he gets. Because now, which effect is he getting? All right. All right. So he rolls the dice, and as you look, you see his hair. Hold on 1 second now. Alright, I'm back. So, as you look at him, he slams the cup down, and he lifts it up, and and his hair starts to turn pink. In fact, it's not just his hair that's turning pink. It's Claudia's hair. It's Zephyr's hair. In fact, even the little hairs on Claudia, what's your creature's name?
Snort.
Snarf. The hairs on Snarf are even turning pink. A couple people 20 feet away, their hair is turning pink. Some people began to notice and are quite confused, but you get the gist.
Oh
You
god.
look great. Did this to you? I think that.
He looks up at you and gives you an unusual look, startled for a moment.
Zephyr is drinking, looking up from his books that he's transcribing, looking extremely annoyed. But then just sighs and gets back to work.
He's looking at you and goes, "That's an unusual tactic."
But it is a tactic. I'm gonna slide a gold into the middle of the table. And look at my dice.
He'll slide one in the middle of the table. 7.
I guess I'll roll 2 6-sided die.
Yeah, roll yourself 2d6s. I won't.
I look at my dice.
I was about to say, I
Still.
won't look. I'll,
Oh,
I've got another tab open with all my notes, so I'm not looking at Roll20.
I probably shouldn't have done that a lot, but I'm going to look up, still giggling, straight into his face and be like, I got a 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2, ready?
4.
I got a 5 and a 1. I think you're bluff.
Pick my cup up.
What does it reveal?
Not bluffing. But you are.
He picks his cup up. You see the 6 and the 2.
That's a goal for me.
An interesting tactic. Let's go again. slams the dice into the cup again, shakes it up, and slams the cup down.
Yes.
All right. Let me see what my new effect is. So you see for a minute there, he's standing, you see for a minute, he's standing there as he looks at you, and he picks his cup up, and then he vanishes. In his place is the dwarven barkeep. And where the dwarven barkeep was standing is now him. And he's looking around. What kind of shitty dice are you using over there? And he starts storming back over there. I like playing games with him.
You better watch out for that one. He's kind of being shifty, if you ask me.
Bartender says, bartender looks at him pretty much immediately as he sees him behind the counter. Hey, get from behind there, goddamn! And he throws the stout that he had in his hand.
I'm gonna pick the cup up, swipe my dice. Well, I think I'm done for the night.
If he would have rolled a 5, it would have been pretty cool because he would have got some dragon wings.
Oh.
But anyways, so yeah, he proceeds to pretty much chase after you, and then noticing you didn't put a gold on the table, and neither did he just grabs his dice back. Yeah. Goddamn loot players. Ugh. And yells back at the bartender, "Give me another round, damn it." So wait, the bartender throws not one but 2 stouts at him. As he grabs the first one, the second one hits him.
How much for a night in the end?
Are you all going to be staying in one room, or is there going to be multiple rooms? I charge 5 silver a night per room, but it's also per guest. Now, it's not 5 silver per guest, but it is 5 for the initial room, and then 1 silver for each additional guest.
We'll take 5 rooms. 4 rooms. 4 rooms. We'll take 4 rooms.
I think I can make that happen tonight. And he looks at his book, and he sees that he has 5 rooms available. So he'll get you the key for 4 of them, and hold them in front of him. Do you have my silver?
Hand him the silver. All of it.
Alright. He hands y'all the keys. A pleasure. Does anybody want to do anything before y'all turn it in for a long rest?
gonna start reading her book for before she sleeps.
Only if you let me summon familiar.
Yeah. Go ahead and deduct the gold for the cost of the spell component.
That's 10 gold. I'm just trying to find something real quick.
So retroactive here. I did find a couple of magic items that would work well if they're available. Staff of the Python
Okay.
and Cloak of Protection.
Cloak of protection. Okay. Okay. So you were able to find both of these. However, you didn't find them at the second shop you went to. You found them more at the I'm sorry, not the shop. The second marketplace you went to. You found them at the first marketplace there in the beginning.
Mhm.
They are expensive items. Overall costing overall cost between both of them, it'll run you about 2,500 gold.
Okay. So that's out.
But to just get like the staff, the Python would run you at 800 gold.
I think I'll wait.
Okay.
That would leave me with one platinum.
All right.
I'm already out of gold.
It spent it all. Huh?
Well, I mean, I still have sufficient amount of platinum, but gold is a different story.
All right. Well, that being said, y'all all turn in for the night after some of which doing a bit of light reading, some doing a bit of hard studying. Sleep comes peacefully for some. Zephyr, you find yourself haunted by memories a bit, but no more than usual. David, you find yourself dreaming of playing in front of a grand crowd using this new loot of yours. They feel it draw the show business and the attention. But you find yourself with a long night's rest. Yeah. Daylight comes. What are y'all doing?
I'm
Well,
gonna wake up
morning would
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
morning would welcome everyone with the sound of raven cawing within the room.
Quickly followed by me knocking on everybody's door.
Alright.
Guten Tag.
When I
Morning,
get down,
everyone.
morning, I imitate
Morning.
Eris's voice, which I should know pretty well by now.
Alright. What's the plan?
After eating a helping of Alfredo with bread,
Easily enough made. Which, by the way, deduct deduct 5 bronze, not bronze, copper. Deduct 5 copper for each of those.
fair enough. Boop. All right, guys, let's go get this shit done. To the guild.
Bacon, a lot of bacon.
Fair enough. The bacon will be 3 copper.
Okay.
As y'all make y'all's way to the guild the very next morning. It's pretty much the same as your first time going in.
Oh, don my disguise as Steve
Okay.
before I go on.
Okay. You don your disguise. And you walk in. You're a little less awestruck in this time, but still, it is bustling with activity, even early in the morning. It currently being about 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time I'll make it back over there. There are a few jobs posted on the board, a few bounties on the wall.
So we're copper. What's a bronze? And the next level up is silver?
Nope, the next one up is copper.
Ah, copper. We're gonna search the copper.
Okay.
Ryan.
So there are a handful of jobs on there. One of which is a call for copper. Is a call for help at a church in Babra, which you know to be north of here. The church is requesting help as many of their followers have gone missing recently. And they're not sure why. They want to know the cause of it, and they're willing to pay extra if the cause could be stopped. currently offering 1,000 gold to discover the cause of it and 1,500 gold to put into the cause of it.
Sounds pretty heroic to me.
You sure that just doesn't sound as a easy way to earn money? Large
In this for the
quantity.
money?
Sure?
I don't even want to be in the guild. I'm here to make a...
Make a wisdom check.
Talking to me?
Yeah. Okay. The quest sounds familiar. Just can't place it.
What do you say, guy? Let's go help this church.
Sure. At least it pays well.
Eris?
Yes.
Claudia?
Well, it sounds good to me. She is wrapping Storf up in like scarves though at the mention of like going to a church. Like, maybe they shouldn't know. Maybe we disguise my child as a little more alive.
Zephyr is feeding a raven on his shoulder.
Will we get our gills after this?
Eris, if it's the last thing I do, I will get you fucking guild, bro.
All that being said, Josephine comes up to y'all as she notices you eyeing the job board. I'm happy you came back. There was something we forgot to handle on your last visit here, and she hands you each a pin. It's currently in the shape of a dragon's head, and it is bronze. It is made of bronze. These pins are enchanted. They are a way of showing that you are part of the guild, as well as what your rank is. That being said, I see you eyeing a job over here. What were you looking at? And she grabs a particular parchment off the board that you were staring deeply into. Ah, Father Terrence needs help down in Barbara. Will you be assisting him, I assume?
Indeed, we will.
Excellent. Doing something like this will count as 2 toward your promotion. Best of luck. Don't die. I don't know why this one was made a copper rank, but it is what it is. Something usually as simple as an investigation wouldn't rank so high. But maybe the priest is very concerned.
It's, I like pull back my sleeve, look at, rotate it. Josephine, do we have to wear the pin, like, out in the open?
No, in fact, you can keep it in your pocket. Honestly, and she kind of throws an arm around you. If you know this little rune here, and she draws a rune in the air in front of her. The rune crackles for a bit, and then a pin appears out of it and falls into Josephine's hand. You can summon it, even out of alternate dimensions.
Okay. Take my room or take my pen and stuff it real deep into my bag.
Is you also notice that her pen is crystalline in nature. It's not made of bronze. But it is the same shape.
Here's sticks his on his shell, along with all his other trinkets.
Okay. And she even has one for it's not smirk, but it's blue. I will get this name, I promise. But, well, best of luck to you all.
And to you with your sister.
You see, she looks around, and her sister's currently egging somebody on to go after a pretty high bounty player. Oh, she'll be fine. She can handle it.
Zephyr, what about those potions? You have to work on them.
I didn't really get time to make them.
God, that's
Do you know how long it takes to transcribe in a single spell?
What is it? I think it's
2 hours.
yeah.
It takes 2 hours to transcribe. You
Per
seriously
spell,
think
though.
he had time to brew any alchemical components or potions? I'm certain we will be fine.
And with that, say we call it for tonight.